and no one really does this anymore.
Maybe.
You guys ready?
No. Yeah.
You guys ready? Ding.
Oh, jeez, what's wrong with that? I still use it.
Are you serious?
Hey guys, I've dinged.
So most of these are going to be ones that I haven't heard of. Give me your opinion if you still use these terms, because like, you know,
Okay.
I don't play every single
Right.
MMO, obviously. So
Just us older people here.
yeah. What about AE? What's that?
AE?
Yeah.
Just AE? Area effect?
Yeah, area effect. I haven't heard that in years.
Yeah, I haven't heard people say AE, but I have people say it's area effect, but not shortened up to AE.
AOE, yeah.
Yeah, it's just AOE.
Effect.
Everybody just use AOE now instead of AE. Yeah, but AE, I haven't heard that term in like 10 years, I feel like.
Okay, so AOE is similar to AOE. Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so AE, AOE. I mean, I think they're different enough, but everybody just says AOE these days now.
Yeah, right.
Here's a term that I haven't heard in a while. BOE.
Bind on effect?
On equip.
Bind on equip.
On equip. Bind on equip.
Yeah.
That's right. When you pick up an item,
Exactly.
a weapon or armor, and if you equip it, it binds on equip. They still do that. Today,
So I hear bind BOP more than I hear BOE.
Bind on purchase?
Bind on pickup.
Bind on pickup. Oh, well,
yeah.
The idea of bind on equip is the fact that you won't give it away or sell it. And if you have to do it bind on pickup, you don't get it. He's like, oh, I'm not touching that thing, which is, I guess, that's the point. You don't want to touch it because someone else wants it. And then the people got pissed off big time. And so they dial people, oh, we have a timer now.
So I think the reason why I personally hear bind on pickup more often is because it just becomes, it's such a standard these days now. With the exception of like Black Desert Online. Like in that game, you could actually get like the top tier, like for example, like the best weapon you get is called Black Star. When you obtain it, you could actually sell it on the market for billions of silver. Like it doesn't bind to you, which I really do like about the game. But typically high-end gear for most MMOs, it's bind on pickup. Like when you beat a raid or something, unless you guys have a different experience. I don't know. And a lot of these, actually, you know what's really interesting too? When I was going through these acronyms, a lot of these acronyms are actually used in other games too. It's not just MMOs anymore, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like DPS.
Widespread.
Yeah.
Well, again, like I said, when I first started playing Dungeon Camelot, all these acronyms and these terms, like, what did this come from? They go from EQ. Wait, what's EQ? EverQuest. Okay, well, because these words and stuff carried over. Camelot didn't have it. Okay, but it came out of EverQuest. So people who are playing EverQuest, playing Camelot, they carry the terms over. And so I can see the same terms in MMORPGs carrying over to other games, because in the old days, some of these games were just single player games. The FPSs were all single player. Start getting multiplayer, then you start dealing with more people. And then you gotta start typing fast. And now you gotta shorten everything up, and so everyone pull. That's the thing when texting first started happening. I already knew a lot of the stuff. LOL, Raffle. Because I've been playing games so long, I already knew the text language. So I was already hip, when texting came out.
Already hip. Corpse Run. I think Sir Jaziel might know this.
Oh, I know it.
What does it mean then?
The act of retrieving your corpse after you died.
I was going to let him answer it. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You say you know it, just say it, okay? Don't be prompted. Just say it.
Sorry, I'm being polite.
Again, one of those things that people don't use anymore because it's such a World of Warcraft thing, and going back to your dead body is not something that most MMOs do these days anymore. You just res on like a shrine or something, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, res your body. You don't have to, but you lose your equipment.
Here's another one I haven't heard in a while. DD.
No, I don't know.
Direct damage.
Direct damage.
Yeah, I don't. I might have heard this once, like maybe like a dozen years ago.
Yeah, but same here.
Not something that people ever use anymore. So this is something that I haven't heard in a while too. It's like saying YOLO. Nobody ever says that except me. I use it ironically though. FTL and FTW.
FTL, FTW, FTL.
I know you know this, Ken.
I know. So I'm thinking. Well, I think LW means losing and win. I think, right?
Right.
For the loss, for the win.
Yeah, there you go. See, no one uses that anymore.
But why would you use it though? What's the context, for the for the win. I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I see. FTL is FTW is used a lot. Okay, I've even used it, right? For the win, or
right?
it's like you'd like say, hey, positive something FTW or for the win. Yeah, but for all the lose, that one I'd never really heard before.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember using that a lot, but again, that was like 10 years ago. No one uses that term anymore.
Nowadays they just call you give you people showing their L's now, I guess.
Let's see. You have other ones that we all know, like kiting.
Yeah.
KOS is in here, but it's not. It's kill on sight,
still,
but
right?
kill on sight. Yeah. So KS is kill stealing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, those aren't terms that I don't think I've ever heard KOS,
Not
but
recently.
kill stealing once in a while you still hear that. Leet, obviously LEET, LFG, LFM. But here's the part that I actually never heard of, and I guess people don't use this, is LFT, looking for team. For me, it's always looking for group. I've never heard anyone say LFT, but apparently this was a thing too.
Looking for team. I mean, LFGs I always did.
Yeah, people still use LFG.
Looking for a member. Yeah.
Right.
LFG or not LFT. All right. No.
Now, so you guys are the World of Warcraft players. Maybe this is something that you guys use, but I haven't really seen it used. LOM.
Jazio.
Low on mana.
Low mana. Okay. Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, have you seen that? Okay.
Yep.
I have never had.
Low mana. Yeah, now you mentioned LOM, so it's low on mana. Yeah.
And what's really interesting is that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I don't remember how much if I said it. I mean, I used to be a healer in World of Warcraft. I don't remember saying that, but it's one of those things where you're in voice chat, you might be talking, "Hey, I'm low on mana now." Even when I'm doing like playing League of Legends, "Hey guys, I'm low on mana." Typing it in,
What's interesting is that even if the game doesn't have called the energy mana, if you say mana, people understand what you're talking about, which I find is pretty interesting. One of those remnant things that people just kind of carried on. Anyways, LOS obviously line of sight. We still use that. Even first person shooters use that. Okay, so this is going to be pretty hard. This is going to be difficult. What do you, maybe Sir Josio knows this? I don't know. MOO.
MOO.
Yeah, Moo.
Not Moo.
This is a real acronym. I've never heard this, but this is geared. This is very niche. And it's not a name of any particular game.
Jazio?
No. MUD object oriented. So this is specifically for MUD online games. Yeah, MUDs. And then what's a MUD? Multi-user dungeon, but those are typically all text-based. Here's another term people don't use anymore is Mule. You guys remember those?
Yeah. Yep. People still make them. Well, they talk about games not having to make a Mule anymore. Final Fantasy 14 has a little people you can call up. What's it called? Like what are they called? They're like carriers. But yeah, people used to make accounts, a separate account, just to put all their gear there as a Mule.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's why they call them that.
I haven't had to do that in years. That's interesting.
Storage space was so bad in some of those games in the past that if you want to keep stuff, they didn't have guild vaults. They have banks, banks or guild banks, whatever else, right? So if you want to carry your stuff, you make a Mule.
No, I remember doing that too, but I don't recall ever having to do that in any recent MMO. Here's another term that we don't use anymore. At least I don't think so. MT.
MT?
Yeah.
Mistel.
No, Mistel. No, it's Mistel.
Mistel?
Yeah, Mistel. I mean, I used to. That's oh my gosh. How many? I even do today. Sometimes I'll hit. I go, oh crap, MT.
MT. But people have no idea what you're talking about. What's MT?
Well, I don't know if it's someone. I mean, how recently did that? I think I recently did it. I think I said something right, and I go, oh, MT. I wonder if someone even know what I'm talking about now.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, back in the days of Camelot, I mean, typing was everything you did.
Right.
And if you hit enter, okay, in Camelot, you hit enter, it brings up the last person who sent you a tell or a whisper, okay, whatever it is, right? And if you don't recognize somebody else slid in a comment or a tell to you, hit enter, head out, right? Especially if you're sexting, you should not do, okay? You said the wrong thing to somebody, you're like, oh crap, mistell.
Well, that took a wild turn.
Well, it's part of what I talk about my
I
bad
know.
days, okay, so.
I know. Thank you for your honesty, Dad.
Sins of the father do not go to this sign, okay?
Let's see. OOC. This is very niche too. I actually said this a few times
Out
recently.
of combat?
Character.
Out of character? Oh,
Yes.
you're RPing? You're
Exactly.
out of
Yeah. So
character?
if you're in an RP server or an RP guild,
Yeah.
and you need to say something, but it's out of character, you just say OOC first, like in brackets, depending on
Yep.
and then you just ask your question. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
the D&D, right? Whenever you're playing out of character, you go, oh wait a minute, I'm out of character, or I'm metagaming. I'm metaing, okay? So that's like OOC, out of character.
Sorry, what'd you say? You're what?
You're metagaming.
Metagaming? Oh, I actually never heard that. Interesting.
I think
okay.
when you're out, I think when you're outside, you're playing a game. You're like, wait, I'm metagaming now, or they tell you could you be metagaming? I mean, my son would do as times when I would play D&D. I would make a comment that was definitely 2020. Does not play into the world he created. They would joke around. All right, you took 1 point of damage because some kid threw a rock at you.
This is a term I wish we use more often because the playstyle, I typically like this playstyle more so than anything else, and it's PBAOE.
PV-AOE, okay.
Yeah.
I know what AOE stands for. The PV.
Yep, AOE is the same.
I don't know. Shazio?
Point blank.
Oh, PB, point blank AOE.
Yeah.
Well, what's the point? Wait, AOE is area of effect. Why would you point blank your area of effect?
Because here's the thing, though. There's a huge difference between playing, for example, we're playing Lost Ark. There's a huge difference between playing a Berserker and a Mage.
Okay.
They both have mainly AoEs, right? But one of them you have to be up close. And to me, that makes all the difference in the world. I generally like playing AoE classes, but I like playing point blank, like up close, like a warrior does.
Okay.
And so, I mean, if I say, oh, I'm an AoE class, people generally understand what that is. So we got other ones people still use, like proc, pug, pull.
Yeah.
I don't think people use poons anymore. Or pwned. Yeah, pwned or pooned.
Oh, yeah, I owned you. Sounds like a
yeah.
owning someone, right? I pwned you. Like, yeah. I've seen. I think I saw someone recently do that somewhere, but
I'm bringing that back. I'm gonna start using that now in Black Desert and Lost Ark. You'll be like, oh, you got pwned. Like, what?
Yeah, bring it back, man. Bring it back.
I don't know about this one. I kind of still use this QQ.
Tazio? Wait,
no. You or the other person was crying.
Exactly. There you go. Crying.
Ah, okay.
Like QQ more, like cry more, right? I guess people don't really use that anymore, huh? I guess not.
Wow.
RMT, real money trade transfer. People still use that. We're in the S's now. Oh, this is one that I have not seen in years. Twink.
Twink. Oh, those are. Oh my god, man! I
remember that.
Yeah,
that is old school.
Actually, oh my gosh! I remember people make characters for these, right? They call them Twinks.
Yep.
This is not mules, okay? Tazio, what does it mean?
No.
Was it minus what the Twink is?
It means that it's an alt that has been decked out with all the best stuff from your main.
You're making it look good. You're making it look good.
Yeah.
Wow, they actually this might actually have multiple meanings. I haven't read the actual definition it gave. So my impression was, I haven't heard this phrase used since my Ion Online days. And this was like 10 years ago, right? So the definition the site gives is it's as a verb, the act of giving currency or valuable items to a newbie. As a noun, refers to a character that has been twinked. I mean, what? In many games, twink characters are visually marked by their level inappropriate gear. So I guess,
right.
I guess this,
said.
So in the context of Aeon Online, when somebody said they're like, say for example, a level 20 twink, it means that they have the best gear for that level at level 20, and they refuse to level up that character anymore, even though the cap might be 50 or 60.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's right.
So, but the thing is, people don't do twinks anymore.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of like a dirty word almost too.
Well, because it sounds too close to twerking, you know. That's why Twink and Torque is too close together, yo.
Oh, maybe that's why. All right. Uber, people used to say that a lot until like I guess Uber the company came out, so people stopped using it.
What? I didn't know that Uber was even used before that.
Oh, you did
Uber
it?
company.
Oh yeah. Uber, like in other words, like super word for like super, like it's amazing. It's Uber amazing.
Uber. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have heard that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
I did that. My bad.
I'm so glad people don't use this term anymore. WOOT.
Woot. I still use it all the time.
Are you serious?
So do I.
Yeah, I tell you, so when someone says something, I go, when someone expresses like, yeah, I just had a baby girl, I go, woot, see like that, woot.
Wow, you guys are dorks. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And she's like wooting. See, I go woot woot. I still use it because then I've been around for a while. So
I got two left. The very last one, I'm gonna say it's not even listed here, but I'm saving it. But the last one here on this list is Zerg.
Those Zergs, yep. He's a Zerg all the time. That's what they give like, especially in Camelot. Actually, Camelot when you're out in the area for RVR, and you all of a sudden see a massive amount of the enemy. I play Albion, the Camelot side, and so you also see Midgardians or Hibernians, all of a sudden a big group just zerging through the area. Right. It's like massive. Like you don't want to get caught in that Zerg because you're getting wiped out, So
it kind of makes me wonder if people still use that term though.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like obviously StarCraft 2 is still a game out there that people play, but it's not as prevalent anymore. Right? Where you can actually play the Zerg.
Well, I'm thinking like when people like play Guild Wars 2, the WVW, World versus World, right? There's a bunch of people out there. I'm wondering if any of these games would you see a massive amount of people, if anyone still uses the word Zerg.
Yeah. See, there's another acronym, World versus World, WVW or RVR.
Yeah, RVR.
The very last one, I'm so glad like this is being phased out and no one really does this anymore.
Maybe.
You guys ready?
No. Yeah.
You guys ready? Ding.
Oh, jeez, what's wrong with that? I still use it.
Are you serious?
Hey guys, I've dinged. Ding 30.
That is
congrats,
dumb.
Congrats, kid. Yeah,
that
thank you. I dinged.
Dumb.
I still use it. I did it in World of Warcraft like a couple years ago. When Shadowlands came out, I was on the chat with people, right?
No
said,
one
hey,
cares.
ding.
No one cares. Oh, you're level 10 now. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, we got a bad
Auntie M subscribed at your tier 1. Ding. Very good.
Oh my god.
Do it in Lost Ark. See, Auntie M said, do it. Wait. Oh, I have done it in Lost Ark, I think. Haven't I? Ding.
Are you serious? I mean, look.
About shipping,
There's no
38.
There's no rational explanation of why I dislike that, but I just do. So those of you who don't know what we're talking about, just in case, so ding, when people say that just means they leveled because it's Sir Jaziel, was it a original EverQuest or EverQuest 2 thing?
EverQuest.
The original one, yeah.
It actually did a ding sound, right?
Right, I actually did a ding sound, yeah.
Right, because I know in other games they didn't a ding. It's like more like something happens, something goes up, right? You hear something like, oh yeah, leveled up, On the images in the WoW, see, it's still being used even by the younger generation. Okay.
So dumb. Okay, but that's it. So, this
fine.
list comes from MMOs.com. They so their site is still active, but their YouTube channel is dead.
Oh,
which kind of sucks because because they would do MMO news, like, but they haven't uploaded them in a year now, but the site's still up. So yeah, that's where I got the MMO terminology from. I'll have a link to that down in the description below if you guys want to take a look.